Heartbreaking images continue to pour in of the devastation left behind after a day of severe weather. Trees down, roofs gone, homes severely impacted, and we know that that means so much to people as their lives have now been upended as a result of these tornadoes and severe weather. Right now, at least 4 tornadoes have been confirmed here in Georgia.
Yeah, Chief Meteorologist Chris Holcomb live tonight in Griffin. And Chris, Griffin is one of these areas that was hardest hit last night.
Yeah, so far the National Weather Service, as we mentioned a little while ago, saying that this was an EF3 tornado. Now, that is the preliminary information that they're just releasing. And as you know, what happens the day after the storm and days after the storm, they go out and survey the damage to see how strong it was. And it's this area right here on Kendall Drive where I am, which is where it was ground zero. This is the EF3 damage we're seeing, and it's of course scattered all around the area too. But before the storm got here, we were tracking it yesterday back into Alabama, about to cross over the state line into Georgia. And when it did that, it moved into Troup County in LaGrange, and that's where we do have another confirmed tornado there as well. We don't know the results of that one yet and how it's going to be rated. Brittany Kleinpeter joins us now live. And Brittany, they have extensive damage there in West Georgia too.
That's correct, Chris. So we're just east of downtown LaGrange. We're in a cul-de-sac where about 4 and 5 homes were almost completely destroyed. The one I'm in front of, though, really took a direct hit. And as you can see, the walls, the roof, completely torn off this home. But I was able to speak with the couple who lived here earlier today, and they tell me they're still in shock.
I'm in my 60s and retired, and everything we worked for.
Valerie Jocelyn says she was home Thursday night when storms blew through her neighborhood.
I heard just the walls snapping and popping, and you could literally feel the walls shaking.
Jocelyn says her husband came home minutes before the worst of it hit.
And I ran in the closet, master bedroom closet, and he came in and slammed the door and threw himself on top of me.
I went out there in the living room just to see what was happening. I seen all the hail falling.
Jalen Shivers lives 2 doors down and laid on top of his 81-year-old grandfather and his dog as they hid in the closet.
I seen my basketball goal do like 3 flips and I took off. I ain't been that scared in a while.
The Baldwin Park neighborhood is home to many children. Today, staff from the nearby elementary school came back to check on their students. 2nd grade teacher Haley Dodgens, one of more than a dozen who went door to door.
During a time of need, all hands on deck, and the only thing that comes together is compassion and love, and so that's just kind of what's an outpouring right now. So.
And as community members begin the cleanup, many echoing this sentiment.
You know, it's just a house and just stuff, and you can replace that, and that's true. That's very true. It's your life, though. It's your life.
We spoke with officials this afternoon that confirmed just over 100 houses were damaged in this area. They did tell us that power has almost been all restored. There's also a Red Cross shelter for those who need it. Guys.
All right, Brittany, thanks for that report. You know, just those stories we hear of survival and what people had to go through in order to stay safe during these storms. It's just a scary situation when these storms roll through. Meteorologist Andrew Wilson was in the Storm Tracker Center with Chesley and me yesterday as we were tracking the tornadoes, watching these develop. And Andrew, you know, we were seeing those warnings coming out from the National Weather Service talking about confirmed tornadoes, particularly dangerous situations. And now to see this damage is just unreal. But now we've got other weather changes to talk about, right?
Yeah, a lot of cold air moving in, and you were right, Chris. Yeah, the damage that we're seeing there, we were seeing debris signatures on the radar. You were talking about it, telling everybody back home about it, and now seeing it in person, it's just awful to see that damage out there. As we continue our way throughout today, at least we haven't had a lot of rainfall. We have had very windy conditions, though. For those who are trying to clean up, up, it's been pretty windy outside. Notice the winds on the flagpole here out towards Georgia's Rome. We have anywhere from 15 to 20 mile per hour winds, gusts sometimes even up to 25. We talked about it earlier. Still a few snowflakes falling out here towards Blue Ridge. This is going to be up into Fannin County, and we're going to continue to see a few snowflakes in the air as we continue our way throughout this afternoon and into this evening. We have a winter weather advisory until 3 a.m. because of that. Take a look into downtown. Right now we see the cloud cover overhead. That's pretty much all we've had all day. There were some very light showers earlier on today. We still have that chance for a few raindrops and maybe even a snowflake or two here in Atlanta. No impacts though, so no worries about headed out there on the roadways. Not expecting anything in the way of impacts for the roads by this. 41 degrees right now in Atlanta. Temperatures well above freezing, but it does feel like it is much colder. 32 degrees is what it feels like because those winds, again, pretty breezy. North-northwest at about 18 miles per hour. They're going to calm down a little bit tonight, but it'll still be fairly breezy by the time you wake up tomorrow morning with 10 to 15 mile per hour winds. This cloud cover sticks around all night, and some of those clouds may even produce some snowflakes. Again, we have the winter weather advisory into far north Georgia. This is going to be up that 575 corridor into those higher mountains like Mount Oglethorpe and off to the north. That's where we could have some of those light accumulations for snowfall. Much higher accumulations well off to our north into those higher mountains in Tennessee and North Carolina. We do have some of those snowflakes occurring right now. You can kind of see them up here into the Knoxville area, moving down towards the Great Smoky Mountains, down into the Atlanta metro. We even have a few light showers, and I wouldn't be surprised if some of this was falling down to the ground as just a little bit of sleet or graupel. That's about it, though. Not expecting any accumulations, again, from that. 30s to 40s all across North Georgia for right now. We continue our way throughout tonight. Those temperatures fall down into the 20s and 30s. Wind chills are going to be pretty cold tomorrow morning. We'll rise into the 40s, though, for the afternoon. Lots of sunshine to go around. That's the good news. And you know what? We keep with the mostly sunny sky through Sunday to go along with it. We start off cold. 20s there when you're waking up on Sunday. For the afternoon, though, we hit 55. Tons of sunshine to go around. And look at Martin Luther King Jr. Day. It is looking great, rising into the 50s for highs, and then rain chances return Tuesday through Thursday, when we're going to have some better chances for temperatures to be back above average. We'll be right back.